About to make a confession. Yeesh. I'm gonna just go ahead and tell you, you might as well turn this video off right now if you're sensitive. So before I get in this video, I invite you to like, subscribe, reshare all my content. I greatly appreciate it. So my barber running a little bit behind this morning, so I figured I'd just sit in the car and make this video while I was thinking about it. But I have a confession to make. I committed a murder, and it ain't the first time. So yeah, I don't talk to a lot of people about it. It's not something easy to talk about, but not the last powerlifting meet, but the 2 powerlifting meets before that, yeah, I actually killed somebody. But it's not what y'all think. Like, a lot of people ask, like, how do you get excited, or how do you build up the courage, the strength to lift the kind of weight that you lift? And honestly, you really have to go to a dark place. This video was inspired by, one, a lot of the questions that the people asked me, and 2, I watched a video by a guy named, I don't know his real name, but on YouTube he goes by the Modern Martial Artist, and he analyzes and breaks down fights, past fights, upcoming fights. He predicts fights. And one of his videos on his channel was talking about how fighters have to go to a dark place before a fight. And it's hard for some. It's easy for some, but at the end of the day, like, you really have to go to a dark place before you compete in certain events. And I can honestly relate to that. I unfortunately, back in 2017, when I was working for Snap Fitness, I had the last 2 months, there was a real bad experience, and the guy that I ended up working for, like, the last 2 months was a real slime ball. And I'm not gonna go into a lot of detail, but he and I do not get along. I do not like him. I do not ever want to see him. And to make a long story short, the last meet, not the last one, I keep saying that, the meet in 2018, during, I'm trying to think of which lift. It was one. I can't put my finger on it, but I know in my head I killed him. And that's part of that dark place that you have to go to. Like, you have to think about different circumstances where you was put in a situation where you really wanted to do something. You really wanted to commit a crime. You wanted to do something that you knew that was going to really put your future in jeopardy, put your family in jeopardy, put your livelihood in jeopardy, stuff like that. But yeah, I killed him before one of my lifts, but I had to go there because being in that dark place helped me forget about, it helped me forget about the fact that I was gonna have 700 plus pounds on my back. It helped me not feel the weight. It just helped me just, dig deep and just say, listen, you have to get it done. And the only way to get it done is just to go to a dark place. I know it was a report sometime last year, about how Michael B. Jordan, the guy who plays Creed, I think most of you know him, plays Creed, played Killmonger in Black Panther. I think the Killmonger character, he had to go to a dark place for that role, and he actually ended up needed therapy because that's not who he was. Like, it's easy for me to let go of that dark person, that criminal, that just I don't give a damn type person. It's easy for me to let that go because that's not me. Of course I have more discipline than to just pull out a gun and shoot somebody because they made me mad, or, you know, punch somebody in the face because they made me mad, because that's not who I am. Now, am I willing to protect my family and protect myself when I need to? Yeah, absolutely. But I'm just not going to haul off and just do harm to somebody just because they did something to me. If it's not that serious. Like I said, I'm willing to protect myself and my family, but if it's not that serious, you know, we can always shake it off and live to fight another day. But going to a dark place and talking about that with people is something that it's hard to share, because I remember sharing it with this one lady, and she was just looking at me like, oh my God, like, ooh, like, she's like, do you need me to pray for you? No. I mean, you can pray for me, but don't pray for me because of that, because I needed that motivation. I needed that you know, I needed that edge. It gave me a psychological edge to do what I needed to do. And that was it. Like, you don't, when you go to that dark place, and only powerlifters and other athletes understand where I'm coming from. When you go to that dark place, like, you don't feel or hear anything. It's taking your mind off of all the things that could happen. Like, I'll give you an example. On the platform, there's so many things that can happen. You can blow out your knee, you can blow out your back, you can tear a pec, like, you can mess up your shoulder. Like, I've seen guys pass out on the platform, you know what I'm saying? I've seen videos where people threw their back out, their shoulder out. I seen them throw their shoulder out squatting. So you take yourself there to kind of keep your mind off of all that. But that's just that's the reality of it. I went to a dark place, and when I was done doing what I needed to do on the platform, I came right back. But once they, you know, if you don't know anything about powerlifting, it's you have 4 people in line, and that's the person on the platform, the person on deck, the person in the hole, and the person in the wing. Once they say Chris Jenkins in the hole, it's, you know, I'm a completely different character. I'm probably a mean, I don't know, drive-by shooting, gang banging, I will stab you type person during that time. But once the lift is over, I'm back. I'm a husband. I'm a father. I'm a personal trainer that, you know, gives a damn about his clients and the results. So, sorry, y'all. Hate to ramble, but I just wanted to share that with y'all. I really appreciate y'all listening. Remember to like, subscribe, reshare this video. I greatly appreciate it. And remember, if you're a competitor and if you got to go to a dark place, don't apologize for that. Because if that's what's going to help you win, do it. All right? Be a winner.